And let's be honest, this is not a laughing matter if it's serious, but it's so predictable. I think the date that I saw in the story was 2006, right? So we're looking back 16 years. At some point, I mean, shouldn't there be just listen, we can go back in recent history, you can go back 10 years, but at some point it just becomes absurd and predictable. Somebody's trying to rain on the liberal parade, and so they come back with this. What do you say?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And Elon Musk predicted this. And he says he's fighting for free speech. But that's not what liberals are fighting for. They don't feel like, they do know that they're controlling free speech, as we saw come out in the Twitter videos that were released. But they want to control more than free speech. They want to control reality. They want to control what Americans and the world see as what's actually happening, the reality around us. For example, Elon Musk has exposed, and Breitbart News reported, that almost half of Joe Biden's Twitter followers are bots or fake, that they're not real people. And yet we're supposed to believe that this was the most popular president in American history. And so Musk really is up against more than just free speech. It's about controlling reality. And I don't think anyone is shocked at these allegations. I don't know how many people even care how true they are. To your point, it goes all the way back to 2006. And Americans have very real pressing needs about what's happening today, and they want answers about what's happening in the world today. I don't know how much these fake attacks are going to move the needle for people, or how it's going to deter Elon Musk from either continuing his purchase or continuing to reveal the truth about Twitter.
Well, the truth about Twitter came out in a bit of an audit here a day or two ago. It said that half of Joe Biden's 22.2 million followers were actually fake, which I thought, well, that makes sense because so were half of his voters in 2020. Anyhow, Kaelan Dorr joins me here from another social media platform. And come on, Kaelan, we've talked about Elon for a while. This was a set play. I mean, they were just waiting to find a time where they thought they could sneak it in, I think. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I'm waiting on the racism accusations. I think that'll be a really interesting news cycle. Followed by something about him not respecting transsexual rights or men being able to give birth. I mean, like he said, the playbook is so incredibly predictable. And to go back to Christina's point, did you know one of the many random slogans for Twitter is "It's what's happening," right? But nothing that's happening on Twitter is real. None of it impacts your pocketbook. None of it is tangible. I mean, the cancel culture, the censorship, these things are really tangible. I mean, we saw with the Canadian truckers, it was real. It's a real thing that's happening. But honestly, none of the activity, I mean, most of the activity on Twitter is being performed by the same, 10,000 users. I mean, it doesn't, and none of it makes any sense. And so I think, look, the shredding party over at Twitter had to come to an end at some point, and they had to start going on the offensive. And that's what we're seeing here today.